they hate. And I know better than to listen to the people who are calling us slaves. I can feel the sunlight shining.
Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Brian, and today is Monday, August 26, 2024, and this is episode 761 of the Lost Project podcast, and it's titled, We'll See How It Goes. It's been a rough few days. I hit some major crud Friday afternoon. Last night, I put myself into a Nyquil coma, and this morning I'm feeling, we'll see. I got up. I felt great the minute I jumped out of bed, and been slowly tapering off. So we'll see how long this lasts. We'll see how it goes. But we're here, and we will see how we can do. Let's see who's hanging out in the live chat this morning already. Good morning, Mike's Homestead. How's it going? Rewilder Life. Oh, Rumble's having trouble. Weird. Bye, Rumble. Good morning, Rewilder Life. Pip says, I'm up. Where is my award? What? You need an award to get up? Good morning, Jim. How we doing? Good morning. K-Bonk, good morning. Mike's Homestead says he got a crotch and under boob sweat control commercial. Interesting. Do you need under boob sweat control? Oh, under boob sweat control. Now that's a product that you should be able to market. Holy crap. Anyway, I don't have a ton on the topic list today. It like I said, it's been a rough couple days for sure, and I'll let you know about that. I do have some things to talk about with the whole Telegram debacle thing, and a little update on the folks that went to the International Space Station on the Boeing space shuttle. They're getting a little bit of a vacation. Morning, Hunter. Thanks for popping in over on Twitch. Appreciate it. Probably kind of let you know what happened over the weekend. A whole lot of nothing, basically, but it's been rough. K-Bonk says it's West Nile. It's not West Nile. West Nile's encephalitis, and my kid had a very similar infection when he was a little boy, like under 6 months old. So I know it's not West Nile, but it might be the COVIDs for sure. It might be a mutated version of the COVIDs. We'll see how it plays out. For sure. Before that, what's in the cup? I got a light Guatemalan in the cup today. Light Guatemalan is helping me stave off this crud this morning so far. Like I said, I woke up, I popped out of bed, I jumped up, and I was feeling all right. And making my coffee, I started to kind of slip downhill, but that first sip of light Guatemalan kind of made me feel a little bit better. So we will see. We'll see if you guys want to pick up some awesome coffee, some premium air roasted in micro batches by a real human being. You should check out foodforestfarms.com. Check out all the coffee at foodforestfarms.com. It's all fantastic. It's all phenomenal. And you use discount code LOTS10, LOTS10, will get you 10% off your first order and always free shipping. So head on over to foodforestfarms.com, pick yourself up some coffee. And if you want to pick up one of the blends that I came up with, you can look for the Lots Project over there. We have the GSD blend. We have the Silver Bullet blend. We got Clyde, Walter, Norman blends. I think that's it. I don't know. I'm sure I'm missing one in the fog that I'm at. So Rewilder Life said, had it last week and needed up laying on the carpet in the new house for an hour. It's nasty. It is definitely nasty bug for sure. So Friday we're supposed to head to the cabin. Friday we're supposed to head out to Delinquent's Gully to the cabin. Spaghetti says the guy looks like a homeless alcoholic. Interesting. I am kind of homeless, but I'm not an alcoholic, so you're half right there, I guess. So Friday we were heading out to Delinquent's Gully to the cabin, and I was doing the normal grocery and laundry run and Lowe's and whatever. Came back and I felt fine all day, like all day. Get home and sit down for a few minutes while Corey was finishing up work, and I just started feeling kind of off a little bit. Like you sit there and you kind of close your eyes for a second. And you're like, man, I just don't feel right. Didn't have any like symptoms other than just like foggy a little bit. And so I told Corey, and she's like, yeah, I've kind of felt like crap for the last few days. I've had a headache for 3 days or something. I was like, Jesus, don't go 3 days with a headache without doing something about it. And she was taking care of herself, but we got to the point where it was time to leave, and she said, we can stay home if you want, if you're not feeling good. She's like, I'm not feeling the best, but I'm willing to go. And I was like, no, I would rather be out in the woods and be sick than stuck in the camper and be sick. It's going to be hot-ish in the weekend, and I don't know. I would probably rather be out there. Yeah, probably not. Probably not. It would have been, I don't know. It was okay, but it would have probably been more comfortable here. Packed everything up, packed the truck up, got out there, and, hauling everything up to the cabin was exhausting. I usually can knock it out, no problem. I think we had 3 trips up with the cart this time, and that's usually not much of an issue at all. And it was a struggle. It was definitely a struggle. Started getting weak, definitely weak, muscle fatigue, and just tired, really tired. So then we got up there. We got all settled in. We got everything set up, and I just sat down and I was like, "Holy crap, this is rough." I'm glad to be done until Sunday. Let me work through tomorrow. Hopefully, this is just for tonight, and I'll work through tomorrow, get some stuff done, and then by Sunday I'll be able to pack things up and leave, and load the truck back up. Morning, Canadian Farmstead. How we doing? So Friday evening, I just didn't do anything, and it was warm. It was I was feeling like crap. So finally, went to sleep, and went to sleep and slept like crap. Corey, I was tossing and turning. I felt like crap. I was coughing every 10 minutes or so. I was getting muscle aches, so I was tossing and turning. So I jumped over, got on the couch. The couch at the cabin is like a love seat, and so being 6'5", I don't really fit very well on it. So that was another night of just not, it wasn't sleeping well. Horrible headache, like absolutely migraine type headache across my head there, across the front of my head. And I was feeling nauseous. I was feeling, I haven't thrown up from being sick in a long time. and I was feeling nauseous. My stomach was kind of upset, and so I'm laying on the couch, and yeah, it let loose there for a little while on Friday night. So that was no fun. Saturday morning, I woke up. I felt like Saturday morning, I woke up and I felt like death. I absolutely felt like death. It was good morning, Jamie. How we doing? It was hey, Canadian Farmstead says, hey, other Brian, Food Forest Farms, did he forget to log in as Pickle Pete? But anyway, Saturday morning I woke up and felt like absolute crap. Vomited again, and that was the end of that. Thank God. It was that was kind of over. After I did that in the morning, Corey never had that part, so I don't know what was going on with the stomach bug. But I basically slept all day Saturday. I was so exhausted. I was so weak and tired, muscle aches and all of that. I literally would make it outside to see what Corey was doing. I would say, hey, how's it going? I would go back in and I would sleep on the couch, and I would sleep in the bed all day. Did absolutely nothing. Pickle Pete says, I got an overweight dog ad. Oh, interesting. So that was all day Saturday. Sunday, woke up, so I got nothing accomplished on my list of 100 things to do, which was stressing me out even more. I had several projects I wanted to at least get something done on. I had a couple projects that I thought I could knock out and finish. I had some other things that I needed to check on, and I just didn't. I didn't get anything done, and it really irritated me. It's going to affect this coming week. It's going to probably affect the show this week. It's just I wasted another weekend where I didn't get anything done because I was fucking sick, and that just irritates me. So Sunday I woke up and still kind of felt like crap. I sat down. I was like, all right, so I'm gonna rest up here because I only slept all day yesterday. Excuse me, and rest up here in the morning. We usually pack up mid-morning and head out. And I was dreading having to load out the truck. I didn't want to take all the stuff from the cabin down to the truck. Luckily, we were down to only a couple loads, and it wasn't bad. Got everything down, got it loaded up, got home, and Corey and I just basically crashed in our chairs for the rest of the afternoon and evening. She's been longer term with this, and I don't know I think she just had a longer steady run at it. Listening to her symptoms and listening to how it's hit her, she's definitely had the headache and the being tired and all of that. I'm hoping that mine wasn't up and down pretty fast. Canadian Farmstead says maybe they can push back SRF a week for you. It's not really SRF stuff. It's my stuff. Like I was supposed to find a better place for the Starlink this weekend and get some trees trimmed out. So when we go out for the long stay for Labor Day weekend, I'll still be able to do the show without having huge cutouts during the show. And I didn't get it done. So I don't know if I'll be able to do the show. Well, Corey and I were looking, and the weather's supposed to be 100 degrees on Wednesday. So we were contemplating getting up and leaving on Thursday morning, going out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So if that's the case, I'll do the show on Thursday morning and then might miss Friday, Saturday unless we can get out there on Thursday. And the first thing I do is work on getting the internet set to a clear spot. Then I might be able to do it Friday and Monday morning. But other than that, I wanted to get working on the gutters because we're supposed to have some rain coming up over the weekend. I was hoping to get them up and at least Canadian Farm says Corey probably has it worse. She's just not whining about it. Yeah, I'm sure. Oh, she's definitely tougher than me, especially when it comes to being sick. She is absolutely tougher than me. For sure. Like, she amazes me sometimes. She tell me after the fact, I'll be like, well, she's like, I've been feeling like crap for like a week. I'm like, I didn't even know. You don't say anything. Like, I can help take care of you if you let me know what's going on. Yeah, so I wanted to get the gutters worked on. I wanted to get the Starlink set up. I wanted to try to get some water pumping up to the cabin, at least out of a little bucket in the creek. Nothing accomplished. Nothing at all. So yeah. And like Friday, I realized as I'm hauling all the stuff up from the truck, I'm looking at what I'm hauling back and forth, and I realize that the majority of everything we're bringing back and forth is water. Canadian Farmstead put cocoa in his Maxwell house this morning. Sorry. I'm sorry. What? Why? Why? So I realized the majority of what we bring back and forth is water, especially weight-wise. And so I was excited to get some water pumping up and filling some stores up there. Now we've gone ahead and pre-filtered. We have because it tastes like Maxwell House. Fair enough. We have stores built up a little bit, but to replenish those, we have to bring water out. Is that a Mountie Mocha? Yeah. So getting a little water pumped up from the creek and being able to, so bringing back and forth 6, 12, about 18 gallons of water for the weekend. And that is sufficing us for, it's sufficing us for dog water, our drinking water, washing dishes. We did get a portable shower that we use out there. Corey set that up. So we had been going like the 2-day no shower thing over the weekend, but now that we're going to start working more and doing stuff where we're going to want to rinse off, Corey's starting to run a little bit. She's going to be sweating and wanting to rinse off. We have the small shower. And I actually just got one in the mail yesterday as one of the ones that you throw in a bucket, and it's powered shower. Canadian Farmstead says that's a lot of weight to haul. It is. I mean, 18, that's 100 and what is that? 18, 64, 145 pounds. Yeah. So if I can pump that up out of the creek and fill a tank and not have to haul that in and out and filter the water, filter the stuff we're going to drink. And it is what it is with the rest. Pickle Pea says, who's chasing her? Corey likes to run. Well, she doesn't necessarily like to run. She likes the results of running, I think. And she's getting back into it. So it's something that's worked for her with some weight loss before. And so I think she's going to try that again. And she's getting going. And of course she starts right before she gets sick. And I'm kind of making her take some time off. I was like, I really don't want you running in the heat and not feeling well. It's just not going to turn out well. So we're holding her back. We are holding her back from continuing for a little bit at least. So, yeah. So I was hoping to get the water pumping up a little bit. I was hoping to get the Starlink cut in. I was hoping to get the gutters worked on and got nada done. So we'll see. We'll see. Today, we'll see what happens. I have some videos to record. The items are actually out at Delinquent Scully. So if I want to do them, I'm gonna have to drive out there and record videos. I could probably spend a day recording videos at this point. I just had a bunch of products show up, and I don't know what's going to happen today. Really at this point, I would really like to just crawl over in bed and go back to sleep, but I can't do that 2 out of 3 days. It's too much. That's too much. So bless you, dear. And but I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. Last night, I took a big old dose of Nyquil. I jumped into bed, and I woke up probably 4 hours later, and I was drenched in sweat. We had the air on in here. It was not warm by any means, and I was just I was drenched. So I was hoping I was sweating it all out. When I woke up this morning, I was dry. So I wasn't sweating still, and so I was hoping that it was over, but I can't tell. I can't tell quite yet. We will see. We will see. Really, I really felt it more physically. Like when I got up to try to do something, I was just weak, tired. If I bent over, got dizzy. It was not fun. It was not fun. I don't hope no one else gets this shit. Rachel said that she had it and thought it was some autoimmune stuff, but now that she sees other people having similar, I think it's the COVID du jour, the COVID of the season is upon us. It's election time. We need to have a bug to get everybody to run and get their boosters. I think that was. Chris Dixon said that it's time for my 23rd booster. So, you know what, GSF, you are really the most obnoxious fucking person I've ever seen. Like really one of the most obnoxious people I've ever fucking seen on YouTube. It's not like you were funny maybe the first 2 fucking comments 2 weeks ago. Now you're just a fucking idiot. No one thinks it's cute. No one thinks it's funny. You're just obnoxious and fucking retarded. You go in the dashboard here in a second, take care of that fucking problem. Canadian Farm says you didn't get your seasonal flu roulette jab. No. Nope. Off-Grid Ping said somebody over there at their end of the road had it hard all weekend too. Yeah, it was rough, man. I was not happy. Canadian Farm says comments are comments. Oh, yeah, sure. Some aren't worth it though. Some just really aren't worth it. It's been weeks on end. He's just obsessed. Like, I know this motherfucker is so gay because he can't stop talking about it. Just, he can't stop. So, whatever. It's not very enjoyable for someone else to pop into the feed and have to deal with his fucking nonsense. Hunter says like vegan. Yeah, he's probably a gay vegan. Surprised he's not like telling us all about it. Pickle Pete says he's obsessed with your rock hard monologue. Probably. Oh, yeah. So that was disappointing. It was a disappointing weekend. Good morning, John Palmer. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate you. It's disappointing, but it's get through it. It is what it is. Nothing imperative. Like, we're not going to die because of stuff we didn't get done. We'll just pick up next time we're out there, or I'll pick up this week. The problem with clearing the Starlink is I need it out there to kind of figure out what direction it needs to be pointed. I have the app that I can use to check obstructions, but with no signal, it doesn't work. It doesn't pick up the satellites without any cell signal. So I've tried. Once I get it out there again, I'll be able to work on that. The water project I might be able to mess around with a little bit this week, and yeah, I got a ton of stuff to do. The list keeps growing. You plan things out for a couple weeks ahead of time, and then shit goes sideways. I'm used to not getting everything done that I set out to do, just because I expect too much of myself sometimes. But when you get nothing done, that really sends you for a tailspin. I had a couple things on the list here to talk about real quick, but the first one is Telegram. So what's his nuts? The CEO of Telegram was taken into custody, was arrested in France because he's not complying with their censorship laws, I guess. I saw the headline. I saw the article. A couple different people were posting it throughout the groups I'm in. I never clicked on it and read the details. I can only imagine. Like, it's pretty obvious what it is, what's going on, and so that's troubling in itself. But it's France. It's Europe. They've started to. Canadian Farm said the list of charges is crazy. I did see a little bit of the list of charges in an excerpt that someone posted. But I mean, Europe, was it England right now? Are they threatening, or have they arrested people for online comments, on social media comments? They're really clamping down on the intrawebs in the EU. So France arresting somebody for not complying with their censorship laws is not surprising to me. When does it come here? Okay, Canadian Farm says they have jailed people for online comments. Great. Hope you boys like prison. Is it going to come here? You're like, that couldn't happen here. That couldn't happen here. And as you say that, as you think, no way it's going to happen in America, GSF wouldn't mind prison. Yeah, that's true. Have his prison wallet full all the time. Right when you think it's not going to happen in the U.S., and then Apple comes out. Now, I didn't read too much into anything this weekend because I couldn't focus long enough to read a whole article or anything like that. But was the Apple announcement that they're gonna delete Telegram? They're gonna delete Telegram from the App Store. Now, was that only in France? Was that in the EU? Was that Apple wide? It didn't matter where you were at. Did anybody dig in far enough to see that, or was the shock headlines enough? I just couldn't. I couldn't focus long enough to do something like that. Like I'm fucking having trouble doing this right now, guys. Not gonna lie. It's the brain fog is real with this one. The brain fog is fucking real for sure. Did anybody look into whether it was just here? Canadian Farm said, I just got outraged at headlines and made the rest up in my head. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate. K-Bong says, Dems push the envelope anyway. Keep trying anything. Okay. So anyway, Apple came out and said that they're going to delete Telegram, whether it be worldwide or only in the EU, only in France, whatever. But that's disturbing. That's kind of disturbing. And somebody brought up a good point. I think it was Rewilder Life, and asked if we had a backup for our Telegram group, because our community on Telegram is fantastic. I really enjoy the group on Telegram. A bunch of great people. We laugh, we joke, we talk about shit. We talk about everything from Bitcoin to homesteading to projects to bullshit to whatever. It's a great group of people, and the community support there is fantastic. And I would hate for that to go away. Well, if they just delete all the Apple users, that would be interesting. So Rachel brought up the point: do we have a backup? And we don't really. I'm sure I could pop on here. I could go a few places and get the word out where we could gather anew, but it got me also contemplating probably needing to set something up. So she suggested Signal, maybe no, Canadian Farmstead suggested Signal. I have Signal on my phone. I haven't really used it that much. K-Bong says Nostr, and that is my first choice. But it's like pulling teeth to get people to use it. Seriously. I don't get it. Morning, Jim, over on Nostr. Appreciate you. Jim says Nostr is the only decentralized way. I understand this. It's Rualer Life says I'm lazy. They have an app. Pip says, does Nostr have group chats? I'm guessing they do. And if they don't, all it would take was a request to a dev, and I'm sure it would happen in a little bit. I haven't looked into it. I have been reluctant to look into this shit. I have been reluctant to look into it because bringing the whole community there, I don't think would happen. And I don't want to be like, well, fuck you all. I'll have to look into it. And then Blueberry, Texas, also mentioned that there are a few. There is an app on the Start 9 server platform that can run private chats, and that's really private because that would be run personally on Blueberry's machine. So we got some stuff. Hunter says, after the French police detained Telegram co-founder and chief executive officer Pavel Durov in Paris, an old hoax of Apple removing the popular private messaging app has taken over social media platforms again. Okay. All right. So Hunter says that's an old hoax. Pip says 2021. Hunter says it's false at the moment. Okay. I mean, but if he gets convicted, Apple is about as spineless as they come. So if the CEO gets convicted of all this list of charges that they have on him right now, it wouldn't surprise me. Canadian Farmstead says we should use Facebook Messenger chat. Pip says Telegram took to X and revealed that abides by EU laws, including the Digital Services Act. Okay, and then what's from stopping them? They'll be like, literally, what? So I when I do a system update on my Android, which I'm teetering on going de-Googled like really fast. I've been thinking about actually. I need to figure out a way to interact with YouTube as far as on the creator side, mobily on a de-Googled phone. That's one of my biggest sticking points. And I just haven't had the time to look into it. Pickle Pete says free Ross for sure. Free Ross and free Pavel. Moscow Times, Hunter says Moscow Times reported that France's arrest warrant for Durov included charges of complicity in drug trafficking, crimes against children, and fraud due to the moderation issues on Telegram and his alleged lack of cooperation with law enforcement. Right. They're pulling the Ross on him. They're doing the same thing. They're saying because you provided the place for these people to interact with each other and you won't do anything about it, we're gonna hold you responsible. Canadian Farmstead says free boobs. Wilder Life's going to work on Linux this winter with a few friends. They have a lot of work to do if they're helping me. Yeah. Canadian Farmstead said just have two phones. Right? There's a cost in that. There's a cost in two phones. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, the Android updates, they're constantly putting games on my phone. They're constantly, every time there's a system update, they put new games on my phone. Pickle P says, so the city government is responsible for all the drug deals in the park. I mean, according to their logic, for sure. For sure. Now, where they got Ross, I believe, where they said gotcha, is he limited something. Pickle P says games. Yeah, for sure. I'm pretty sure the gotcha they had on Ross was that he limited something. And if he limited something, the excuse I have no control over it is invalid. Hunter says, as far as the drug deals in the park, he says that's just the park and rec department, and we all know how shady they are. Very true. Very true. Yeah, so Telegram, it's nice. It works. If we have to shift to something else now, with Pavel being arrested and the Nostr community that I've interacted with and the developers I've interacted with and the mentality there, I wouldn't be surprised if there is already in development, already usable or soon to be developed a Telegram clone on Nostr. I don't know if they can make it private. Not that Telegram's not private, but, or not that Telegram is private, but I don't know. With the Nostr protocol, I don't know how private chats work. Find out. We'll look. If we ever disappear, if Telegram group ever disappears or something like that, you can always pop on the show here or find a post somewhere. I'll blast out everywhere I can think of if shit goes sideways and we have a new place to gather. So no worries there. No worries. We talked about the my website. Oh, since the computer crashed, since my computer got fried, my laptop got fried, website's just screwed. Jim says, what if there wasn't a private solution? Then what? I mean, I have to assume that the Telegram chat isn't private. I mean, it's a private chat. You have to be approved to get into it, or have a link or whatnot. But I don't know if I would ever assume that it was private. Canadian Barbs does this. We just won't say good morning anymore if it's not private. Talked last week a little bit about the folks that went up on the Boeing spaceship. I don't know what the name of that spaceship was. The Starliner, Boeing Starcraft, some shit like that. Off-Grid Ping says, does private really exist anymore? Yes. there is private as far as like I was talking about with Blueberry and running a private chat on his server. And as far as you can trust the person running it. The Starliner, yeah, okay. So first of all, who decides they want to get on a spaceship made by Boeing after they've had doors fly off, they've had windows fly out, they've had engine covers fly off, all of this shit. Canadian Farms that says private only exists at my no place. Canadian Farm says self-hosted encrypted chat is the only way to know for sure. As long as you trust the host. As long as you trust the host. So the folks went up, the two folks went up there at the beginning of June, up to the International Space Station on the Boeing Starliner. And it's all fucked up. Weird. Boeing fucked something up on their quality control. And so they're stuck there, and they've been trying to figure out what to do for now 2 months, I guess. Would that be like a little over 2 months? And they finally determined that they will not be bringing them home on the Boeing. They're going to figure out how to do unmanned. Canadian Farm says self-hosted. Do you trust yourself? I don't have a server to host a chat. And if we had a group chat, I don't think everybody in the group would be self-hosting. It would be hosted on someone's server. So they decided that they're not going to bring them back on the Starliner. They're going to figure out how to bring that back by itself because it's too dangerous for them. And now they're going to let Elon go up with his one of his SpaceX rockets up there in next February. So they went from going up, they were supposed to go up for a week, and now they're going to be there till next February. We'll see. We'll see. Canadian Farms says, what kind of overtime do they get for being stuck in space? Better not just be time and a half. Jamie says it's a long walk to the on-site studio. Hope there's astronauts make it. Yeah. I don't know. It's a crazy world out there, guys. But regardless, if they're there or not, I can only imagine being told that I was going to go on a week trip, and then all of a sudden it's going to be a couple months, and now all of a sudden it's going to be 9 months, and we're going to have to figure out how to get you home. That no thanks. Not my cup of tea for sure. Oh man. So what else you guys got? Any huge developments this weekend? You guys do anything big or get anything done? I heard Jamie, somebody running equipment over there with you when I was taking off. Were you digging more pond or what was going on there? Mike Soames says, do they get time and a half? I don't know. What's the average pay of What's the average pay of an astronaut? I don't even know. Hunter says, all I heard was the space thing was the spacesuits won't work with the SpaceX. Yeah, that's the thing. They have to send them new suits. They have to do all sorts of shit. They have to send one up 2 people shy, so they have room to bring back 2 people. Yeah, it seems like a mess. Seems like a mess. So, I don't know. Oh, so regardless, what am I going to be up to today? I think I'm going to try to wrap up the show and go outside and kind of see how things feel, how I feel. Walk around a little bit, see if I believe. K-Bong says, "Get in the woods." I'm thinking, yeah. Even if I make it out there, record my videos, and that's what I get accomplished today. That would be a good goal. That would be a good goal. I do, and Hunter says, "Go drink some Dayquil." I do have Dayquil. That was the 2-pack that I had. That I grabbed the Nyquil last night and the Dayquil. The Dayquil will be for today, I think. Mike Lynch conspiracies for Friday. Who's Mike Lynch? That sounds familiar. Mike Lynch. Sorry. Sippy cup for the win. Canadian Farmstead says vitamin C, D, and zinc. Yeah, I know. I've been bad on my stocking protocol. I don't get sick. Like this is Texas over Thanksgiving 2 years ago was the last time I felt like this. The last time I really felt like this. So yeah, I'm normally all right. Canadian Farm says too long to type out. Might be fun rabbit hole. All right, I'll take a look. Let me put it on my notes here to take a look. So yeah, probably some Dayquil. Probably try to get a little bit done. Try to feel a little bit better. I'm guessing Corey and I will both crash early again tonight. The Nyquil definitely helped. Definitely the sleep was a lot better, and I think that'll happen one more night, probably. Dayquil sounds like a nice idea today, especially if I get outside and I start to feel like crap again. But the nice part about this one, as opposed to the shit I got in Texas, Off-Grid Pink says, I have some CDs made. CDs as in compact discs. If you want to boost some oxygen into your system, helps with the lack of vitamin D. Hunter says, sun your booty hole. Isn't that supposed to help? Perineal, was it perineal sunning? Is that what that's called? Chlorine dioxide. Interesting. The nice part about this one so far, and knock on wood, it doesn't go there, but the chest connections, the chest congestion, the chest congestion isn't there this time. The chest tightness, the lungs, the trouble breathing. I do have a dry cough, and it's producing a little bit, but nothing like the first time I had similar shit. But that was 2 years ago, and we know what viruses do. Viruses get more contagious and less deadly as they mutate. So hopefully it's a hit it hard and be done. Even if I don't even know if it's the same shit. Like who knows? If you go to the doctor, I know if I go to the doctor or the minute clinic or the walk-in or the emergency room, I know what they're going to say. I know what they're going to tell me. What they're going to tell me I have. Jim says, Canadian Farmstead says, I rarely take meds. Sometimes something to let me sleep when sick is a must. Yeah. Jim says, has anyone watched any of those doctors talking about nitric oxide? I have not seen anybody talking about nitric oxide. And Jamie's going to make up some colloidal silver as the nasty seems to be making its way around. Yeah. It was rough for a day, for sure. Actually, a couple days. Hunter says the same thing I was thinking. He says nitrous oxide. Nitric oxide, not nitrous oxide. No. What are they saying, Jim? Not nitrous. What are the benefits of nitric oxide? And how do you procure such a thing? Jim says it cures what ails you. K-Bong says Super Beats is a scam. Canadian Farm says it's normal for the flu to make the rounds. It is. Is it normal in August? I don't know. I always felt like the flu was more prevalent when people were stuck inside. Hunter says I have R410A and nitrogen, acetylene, PVC glue, and primer. How do I mix it to fix it? Pip says Super Beat sounds like a band name from a cartoon. John Palmer says nitrous would probably be way more fun. Yeah, for sure. I've heard. Okay, summer flu is common. Maybe that's a because of the heat and people being inside and the air conditioning and stuff like that. Maybe in the places where it's warm, super warm in the summer, and people get stuck inside together. Being in Minnesota for 20 years, in the summer you were always outside. There was nothing really inside, or more time spent inside in the winter, obviously, than the summer. So Hunter says change your filters. Oh, Pip's talking about Doug on Nickelodeon. This is going sideways quick. It's going sideways. Anyway, guys, I think I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna get the show processed, see what I can get done. hopefully I make it through the day and another decent night's sleep tomorrow, and tomorrow morning will be a little bit better. I'm hoping to be able to put together a little bit more of a topic list for the show tomorrow, but we will see. We will definitely see. Hunter says he got into a unit with one of those UV cleaners. How do they work? Are they effective for air? Oh, it has mold and mildew in the light bar, so it's doing its job wonderfully. It sounds like. Oh, I bet that's not a spendy unit at all. Oh, all right, guys. Well, I'm gonna wrap it up. I hope everybody has a great day. Canadian Farm says, hope you and Corey bounce back quickly. Thanks, man. Appreciate that for sure. Me too. So hope everybody has an awesome day. I hope you get a bunch of shit done. Make it through that Monday, roll into Tuesday, and we will talk to you then.